Yo, YouTube, True Chair. Quick one for you. Got to follow up on what Nick said. If you didn't see him in my Nick's video, not the one where he's eating roast beef sandwiches and burritos in one day, the one he did most recently about typical management behavior. Nick talks the talk and he walks the walk, and that's what I love about him. And Jay touched on some things tonight too, so of course you've likely already seen that. But I want you to stick with me. I want you to stick with Nick in terms of the carrier side, to say that, a lot of what Nick says, being that he's been in 5 years, and, I like to think of me and Nick as two young, very strong Italian men. I said Nick's a young, strong Italian man. I'm an aging, soon-to-be 45-year-old Italian man. But, again, it's all about just, hey, saying somebody who's got that short amount of time in is got it figured out. And that's a good thing, because I sure as shit didn't have it figured out after 5 years. It took some time to figure it all out. Nick's doing a hell of a job. And, I think that, at the same time, Nick's experiencing loud retaliations and quiet retaliations in some respects, but, he keeps on going. He just does that just as I would do, just as I do now. And, like you said, it's not worth it to get riled up. It's not worth it to get into a shouting contest on the floor. It's about keeping you cool and saying, I know I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing out here. And that's the best example you can set. That's all we can keep saying over and over again. And yet, I got to call out, I have to call out the certain people who choose to not follow protocols, not stop and breathe for the day, burn through. You're going to get burned back. And, again, I said, sore back, sore shoulders, sore legs, sore whatever. Still go out, and I still knock it out every day. And I'm going to keep knocking it out for as long as I can go. Like, my fucking ankle hurts like bad today. Yesterday, I went with the family to Hershey Park. We walked around the whole day. We were sweating. We were riding roller coasters. It was a great day. I just, sometimes you say, like, what am I more tired from, delivering mail or just from, like, everyday life? Like Nick said, he's taking his days off and he loves having his drop days. You would have never thought that he would have been like, hey, I'm going to do my drop days. I'm going to, and it's great. And I can get so much more done. He's right. You can. And I understand that tails into finances and everybody, not having the proper balances that they need to be able to have a drop day. So, again, I don't have Nick's bank book. I don't know what's going on in his life. I just know that, he does his thing and he will return to when he needs to, and same as me. Like, if I want to get back into doing overtime, I will. But as of now, the overtime playbook is being followed to a T. For the first time ever in my 20 years at my station. It didn't matter, back before, these new changes went into effect, this new overtime list, and getting properly staffed. Did I ever have to worry about, being told to bring mail back? And lo and behold, today, I brought mail back for the first time in almost 19 years of being a carrier. It bothered me. Bothered me a lot. But rather than get into the explanation of why, it's just to say that, do I want to start bad mouthing management? No. I said we moved the mail properly as we're supposed to in our station, but I just know it's nightmarish and hellish in other stations where mail just will end up staying in the office and sit, and who knows what lies are told to make sure that mail stays. And I'm going to reference the thing that Corey Walton played, obviously, to say that, I'm never going to advocate for management that sounds like what was played on that telecon that Corey Walton put on one of his most recent videos, where he got a hold of a recording of a district manager and maybe a POOM, a post office operations manager, who were just ripping the shit out of the middle management. And, the one person was just laying into people. The other one was seemingly very uneducated in carrying and times and terminologies and policies set forth by the M31 and M39, and you're like, that's the district manager. Wow. I don't know where they are. I don't know where they work, but it was pretty bad to listen to. And, I've heard these telecons before, and, it's pretty inhumane, and it's pretty sad, and it shows that there's a bottom line, of numbers. This whole human being thing, the whole rule book thing, fixed office time, no standard for street time, no set pace, that somehow, some way, I think a lot of you guys have it in your head that these things are real, and, they're tactics, they're scare tactics, they're intimidation tactics, and, everyone's got to learn about it, and everyone will, I think, just kind of snap one day and say, oh, is that all I have to do? And I'm like, yes, that's all you have to do. And but instead, I don't know. I don't know what's driving this force now to say that some people are listening, but some people are hell-bent on just doing the opposite of what we're trying to say here. So I'm going to keep on saying it, and maybe I could wave like a watch and hypnotize people or something. Maybe that'll work. Me and Jay will, and Nick will do a Ouija board one night, maybe something to get people to listen a little better about how simple this can all be. And but you got to do the work. You got to come to work. You got to be on time. Same shit we've been saying. Don't fuck around, and, again, carrying it for everybody. Nick said it. I'm going to say it again. It's a tough job. And this whole thing that Jay said about the resignation, telling people that they can resign and they get rehired, 100% accurate. Another, strange, inhumane, very, very shady business practice, if you want to call it a business practice. If there's ethics involved, it's the opposite. But that's what they do. So just a quick hitter on what Nick said. Going back up to finish the Phillies, hang out with my boy, and we'll be back with more. So appreciate you always for listening. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Talk to you soon. Right on cue. There he is.
Zach Wheeler got 10 strikeouts.
Zach Wheeler got his 10th strikeout. Let's go. Boom.
The Red Sox got tied the game up.
The Red Sox tied the game up. Go figure.
It's 2-2.
It's 2-2.
Now the Phillies are up the
All right. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.